Today we have an urgent appeal. For just one free download from the top line of the description, you can help the channel and me out by downloading the OneFootball app. Before I downloaded the OneFootball app, I didn't know what was going on in the world of football. But since downloading it for free from the top line of the description, I know everything about the world of football. It's the best football app out there to keep up to date with all of the latest footballing news, scores and updates. I can follow my favourite teams, Lincoln City, Aberdeen, Lincoln Reds. I can follow them and get live push notifications sent straight through whenever anything happens in game. Goals, red cards, substitutions, all of that. I can get it all sent through to me. If you too are struggling to keep up with football, then I implore you to download the app today from the top line of the description. Hello and welcome back to On The Rocks. Hope you're all doing well today, and hopefully I can see it's working. Microphone working today, you'll love to see it. Today, three games coming up for you. We have Chelsea. Chelsea, both legs of the Champions League quarter-final coming up against them. We're going to skip the game against Celtic in the Scottish Cup semi-final, but we will play them in the Premiership on the grounds that we are coming to the business end of the season now. And if we beat them, it all but guarantees us the league trophy. If we lose to them, it's going to become very, very scary. First things first though, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Since you were last here, we've not played that many games. You were last here for technically the Man City games, but technically kind of weren't here because the way I messed up recordings. We played 3 games off camera, well 2 games technically. You saw the Kilmarnock results at the end of yesterday's episode, but a 6-1 win against Motherwell was fantastic. Sebastian Varela picking up a hat-trick in that game before La Cruz picked up a brace in a 2-1 victory over Hibs, who actually went 1-0 up in that game. It was looking a bit scary for a little while, but no, we came back and won it. Today, it's the Champions League, not this Celtic Cup game, but the other Celtic game. That's because in the Scottish Premiership, we only have 5 games left this season. If we beat Celtic, we'll be 6 points clear with 4 games to go, and I can't see us losing to the other teams because actually we don't really lose to the other teams at all. So I'd be very happy if we beat Celtic to say I'd put money on us winning the league title. So fingers crossed we can do that. The annoying thing is, Abel Ruiz is the top scorer this season. Alan Rodriguez is the top assister. Like, our players are not top of these stats, which is rather frustrating despite the fact we have 119 goals this season. Like, we are insane. And I've just noticed as well, I guess it's because we've kind of switched keepers halfway through the season. That's probably the reason why. But we've not got the top clean sheeter in the league either. Marcelo Gil on 10, Celtic keeper with 17. But of course that is because he's not actually played every single game this season. At least we are number 1 and number 2 in yellow cards. Dan Howarth and Tam Lumper with 13 and 8 to their name. But it's Champions League quarter-final time. Aberdeen, Chelsea, Barcelona, Atletico, Milan, Bayern and PSG, Real Madrid. If we beat Chelsea, we play the winners of Milan or Bayern Munich in the Champions League semi-final. So fingers crossed today we get a good result. We're starting it off at home, and given we played this formation against Man City and battered them 4-0, we're playing it again today. Peter starts in goal for us with a backline of Passos, Demancic, newly Brazilian capped Alex Sandro. He's made 1 appearance for the Brazilian national team now. Dan Howarth completes the back 4 with Tamat Lumpa and Prochaska in the centre of midfield, given Sissoko's current injury of sprained knee ligaments. He's out for 4 weeks or so, so actually could be out for the rest of the season maybe. La Cruz, Cavalcanti and Alien start in the attacking midfield with Varela, and his 13 goals this season lead the line. He's got 13 compared to Shaban's 11. I think he was a very good investment. Cavalcanti, by the way, got 44 in all competitions last season. Currently sits on 33 with a 7.91 average rating across the entire season. He is amazing. But here we go. Kickoff is upon us, and there's a highlight straight from kickoff. If Chelsea score right now, I'll be really, really cross with that, as Passos with a good interception. Demancic clears it at the back and gets it. I'm not quite sure what his plan was with that. If they score now because of that, I'll be very cross. But luckily, Cavalcanti on form there to make a good challenge, dropping deep. La Cruz holds on to possession against Odegaard, who gets it into Prochaska, who puts it just, I say just over the bar, it was quite a long way over the bar. So a bit of a weird start to the game there, but more highlights coming hopefully in our favour. Odegaard playing very deep there for Chelsea. Gets the ball forward to Maxi Gomez. Peter with a good save. I thought he looked offside there, the striker, but obviously not. As we bring the ball out from the back. Not the greatest start to today's game for us. It's certainly not the same start we had against Man City. Against Man City, we were already 2 or 3 up at this point, which is obviously good for that game, but this game, not quite so much. Mason Mount's free kick not looking great as Peter clears it up towards Lassie Alien, who finds Le Cruz in a ton of space. Le Cruz in the area, can't get the ball properly into the middle. It's blocked by the defender, but we still come forward. Cavalcanti finds Varela, who hits the post. That would have been breaking the deadlock today, as the only goal in the Champions League in the first 30 minutes. I say that. Another goal's been scored. It's 1-1 in Real Madrid versus PSG. Real Madrid, we need them to do us a favour, really, and beat PSG. To knock PSG out, to reduce their coefficient points for France. And obviously, we need to win to then increase our coefficient points. As Passos gets tackled, Tam Lumper into Lassie Alien, into Varela. Varela, go on lad, into Howarth. Dan Howarth, the Man United man, could have broken a deadlock there. We've had some really good chances here in the first half. We've not taken them, and we might live to regret it, because Chelsea are decent, you know, particularly when we play away from home. It will be tough. And even though we thrashed Man City 4-0 with this formation at home, we're not doing that today, and it's making me a bit nervy, and I feel like we have to drop a bit more defensive away from home, and I think that's probably what we'll end up doing. 0-0 at half-time. It's not ideal, but hopefully Jan Cavalcanti's delivery, onto the head of Demancic, he puts it just over the bar. Our XG is at 1.92 right now. Oh, that is really annoying. Like, the chances that have gone begging for us today are poor. I'm going to go... We're only attacking anyway. I'm going to shout demands more, but changes maybe need to be made. Varela, he's frustrated by... A lot of players look frustrated by feedback, which is a bit annoying. Shaban's going to come on. Lassie Alien's going to come off for Thad McRae. And I think maybe Alavio in the midfield for Procheska. 25 minutes to go. Hopefully those fresh faces might just change things up a little bit for us. It's stalemates in every game so far. All draws at the moment. Apart from us, we are drawing. We're just not scoring. I can't believe we've not scored the goals today. It's going to be so difficult to score goals at Chelsea. We need to get at least one right now as Tam Lumper finds Shaban, and Shaban gets his 12th of the season. You love to see it. Finally, Shaban scoring a decent goal as well, taking us 1-0 up against Chelsea. But now we've got one. A second one would be even nicer, just to extend that lead a little bit. It's a great finish from Shaban. Unfortunately, Chelsea have the ball at the other end of the pitch. We've cleared it, but only as far as Odegaard, and, well, he looked pretty, well, I say pretty decent. He's played it back to their keeper. That relieves the pressure on us a little bit. And I thought he was about to pass it to Shaban then. He didn't pass it to Shaban. He got it to the Chelsea man instead as Ferran Torres looks to come down at the right-hand side of the pitch. He gets it in. Sandro clears it, but only as far as Tomori. This is a long highlight, and I feel like there's a goal coming at the end of it. And right now, it looks more likely to be for Chelsea, unless we can... It's for us. What an own goal. You love to see it. That is a mistake and a half from a Chelsea backline. That is beautiful. I am really happy with that one. That's given us some big breathing room here today. I mean, poor Chelsea. The keeper's not looking. The keeper didn't look. He had his back turned to the player. The player plays it back and he wasn't prepared for it. That is a lifeline. So we now hold on to a 2-goal lead. I'd like us to get a third. Our XG is nearly at 3, so I feel like we deserve a third. But as the clock ticks down, it sticks at 2-0. All the other results are 2-1. So if anything, we are currently, I'd say, the favourites to get through to a semi-finals as it stands right now. Right, I'm going to go and play this cup semi-final off camera because we're at this point of a save now where no one cares about the cup, really. Or the cup final so much. Like, it's been there, done that. We've won quite a few of them now, so we're not too fussed about the Scottish Cup anymore. But we will be back for the other Chelsea game and, of course, the Celtic game after that in the league. And despite the rotated lineup, we did manage to beat Celtic 2-0. Jez Finley and Alavio getting the late goals in that game. We take on Rangers in the Cup final. Do need to make sure we give everyone a few days rest, because obviously we'd have to play some first teamers in that game. So we'll give some players 2 days rest to make sure they're fighting fit for the Chelsea game. So I have set the team to be the same as it was for the first leg. But I think to protect the lead, we do drop back to a little bit more defensive. Just back to this one a little bit. Move La Cruz and Alien back. Maybe take Procheska off for Alavio, who's a bit better as that box-to-boxer, maybe. But other than that, I like that team. And I like how much our coaches seem to rate Alexandro now. I don't think he's better than Admilson. I just like his pace. He's really, really fast. If we compare him with Admilson, to be fair, it depends what you want, I think. They're both very good defensively. Sandro better in the air and mentally and in terms of speed. But Admilson, well, I guess he can play centre mid too, right, can't he? Admilson can play centre mid too, which is why his vision, attacking, technicals. Maybe as a pure defender, Sandro might actually be better. Although saying that, I've just highlighted the roles for a ball-playing defender, and if anything, Admilson might be better. I don't know why the scouts or the coaches love Alexandro so much, because I always thought Admilson was better, and this kind of proves it to me a little bit. I mean, literally, virtually every single attribute, Admilson's better, and yet Alexandro gets a 4-star rating, Admilson gets a 3-star. But the reason I'm playing Sandro right now is because I bloody love his pace. His pace at the back is so good and helpful, particularly against the Chelsea side who have some pace in it. So as kickoff is upon us here today, away from home against Chelsea, I mean, for me, all we need to do is just score 1 goal. 1 goal gives us an away goal. It gives us a 3-0 lead on aggregate. And it means that Chelsea have to go and score 4 goals to then beat us. So for me, I just feel pretty confident if we can just score the 1 goal. Hopefully, though, Chelsea won't score right now. Good clearance. All right, here comes our away goal. Fingers crossed. Varela using his nice pace there to get free from the defenders. Gets a fantastic ball across to Alien. The defenders don't really do much with it. They should have maybe done a little bit more. But like I say, that's the away goal we need. We're 3-0 up on aggregate. If Chelsea score 3, we still go through on away goals. They need to score 4 to beat us out right now, and, well, I can't see it happening. We are also huge Real Madrid fans right now, and as it stands, Madrid will be knocking PSG out. It's 2-1 in that, but obviously Madrid have an away goal from the first leg. So as it stands, 2-2 on aggregate, Madrid would be going through. So fingers crossed that happens, because that would be really handy for us as Chelsea don't score. Bayern also going through against Milan right now, which is, but obviously that impacts us because we play against one of those 2 teams, whoever goes through from that one. I'd rather have Milan because I know we've beaten them in the past. I think Bayern are having a good time at the moment. They've had some good performances the past few seasons. As we reach half-time, 1-0 up. I believe I've just seen someone a little injured. Yes, Alien injured. Thing is, no one else can really play right midfielder. So what we'll do is we'll bring Shaban on, but put him a little further up the field to play right wing. Early chance in the second half for Chelsea. Josko can't turn that one in the back of the net, and I think he was offside anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We did speak about Demancic needing someone to help him settle in. We need to sign someone either from his old club or Croatia. And I'd love to sign Josko, although he's a centre-back and we don't need more centre-backs, but I just love Josko. I think he's such a fantastic player, as is Shaban, who scores a phenomenal free kick there. And that's it. We're through. That there's no way Chelsea are scoring 5 goals in 35 minutes. If they do, I'll give everyone watching this £10. That's how confident I am. £10 to everyone watching this video if Chelsea now score 5 goals before this game finishes. I promise you. As I don't know how La Cruz has missed that. How on earth did La Cruz miss that? Annoyingly, I've just seen PSG winning 2-1 now in their game against Real Madrid, which means that they'll be going through now on away goals. Because, no, it means they'll go through anyway, because they're 4-2 up on aggregate. Oh, God, that's not so good. PSG, please get knocked out. We need you to lose. Right. Varela scores this goal, 14th of the season. Even if Chelsea do score 5 goals, They're not going... I mean, I'd be out of pocket. I'll be giving everyone who watches this 10 quid if they score 5 goals, like I said. But they won't be going through. At least we'll still be going through if they score 5. Good goal, Varela, that is, to be fair. Oh, and now PSG 3-1 up. All right, well, PSG are through then. Congrats to them. Looks like Bayern are going through as well, as are Barcelona, based on the current scores, I believe. So, I don't know. I really wanted PSG to get knocked out. Imagine if we get to a final again, and it's PSG versus us in the final again, and they beat us again. Oh, imagine if that happens. I can't even bear to think about it. That'd be awful. Actually awful as, well... Oh. Come on, Madrid. Score 2 goals really quickly. 2 goals really quickly, please. That's all we needed to do. Just 2 goals to make it 3-3, and then you can win on... No, you won't, will you? You need to score 4 goals. Okay, well, Madrid are out then. They're not scoring 4 goals in 10 minutes because of the away goal situation going on there. At least we are being really good. I mean, we are absolutely dominant over English clubs. I can't believe how easily we have breezed past Man City and Chelsea. Like... They've not threatened us at all. And this one is away from home. We're playing away from home. And we are dominating. It just shows how bloody good we really are. As Shaban Howarth Cavalcanti, who puts it just over the bar. That would have been the icing on the cake. This, though, gives me extreme confidence going into today's final game against Celtic. A nice £9.5 million for winning that quarter-final as well. You'll love to see it. And confirmation of our semi-final against Bayern. I'll just double-check as well. Europa League, no French teams. And Europa Conference League, no French teams. Brilliant. So it's just us and PSG still in Europe. Unfortunately, I think this might mean, if we look at Europe coefficient points, we are 5.5 or so points behind France, or 4.5 I should say. I don't think, even if we beat PSG in the final, for example, we'll overtake them this season. But we are getting closer and closer each year to Germany. And if we beat Bayern Munich, that would be quite good for our coefficient point balance. But given we played so well in that last game, we'll switch back to the more attacking formation, but I don't want to change the lineup, although Cavalcanti is in need of a rest. I'll rest you every other game apart from this one, Jan Cavalcanti. Obviously not the Bayern Munich games as well, but we need you to play, Jan. We need you to play well here today and help us beat Celtic. So the situation here at kickoff is, if we win, we go 6 points clear of Celtic, and that for me would pretty much guarantee us the win in the league this season. If we lose to Celtic, they go level on points with us. We stay ahead on the goal difference, but of course if we then drop points again and Celtic don't drop points, they'll win the league title. So we need to make sure we're at our very best here today to retain the league title. And hopefully an early goal from Varela here, very unlucky, would go some way to helping us do that. But unfortunately, the angle just not quite the best. The resulting corner put in the middle by Jan Cavalcanti is not headed in the back of the net. Why was that? We've got a 6'7" guy who's got like 19 jumping reach. Just put it like 8 foot in the air and he'll meet it when no one else can. I do need to do some more stuff with corner tactics though. I think next season I'm going to go all in on corner tactics because we've got really tall centre-backs and I think we need to make the use of that a lot more than we already do right now. As Alavio into Varela, into Lassialian, is a goal coming here? As Alavio, did he play last game, Alavio? I can't remember now. He was very absent in the previous game if he did play. He must have done. I didn't change the lineup, did I? I didn't change it at all. So he must have played. He's not meant to play this one, I've realised, because he's not a Mazzala particularly. So that's a bit of an issue on my end. We should have swapped him for Procheska. But we're still not breaking the deadlock here today as the shot was decent. It's just not found its way into the back of the net. I didn't really consider what happens if there's a draw here today. Not that there's going to be, because there he is, Antonio Demancic. 7 goals this season. He's only been here for less than half of the season. And he's already got 7. He is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, to put it into perspective, our lead striker for half a season, Shaban, and obviously he's been sort of backup for the rest of the season, has only got 13 goals. I mean, Demancic has got 7. And he's a centre-back who's been here for half a season. I love him to pieces. It's just a big shame he wants to leave the club because apparently we didn't sign any midfielders. I say apparently, we didn't sign any midfielders. It's just that he wanted those midfielders in January, not in summer. In the meantime, a Passos long throw finds itself into the area, but it is dealt with by the Celtic defenders, but they don't really do much with it in attack. Domancic then to launch a new attack for us as Passos finds La Cruz, finds Alavio, finds Tam Lumper, who plays a great ball to Lassie Alien in tons of space, who gets into the area, into the 6-yard area, should have crossed it, took the shot on himself, but still holds on to possession. Dan Howarth this time into Tam Lumper, into Lassie Alien, back to Howarth, who's fouled? No, apparently not. No foul in the area there. That's frustrating as Celtic don't score yet. They still hold on to possession as Lookman's shot is blocked. La Cruz on a counter-attack. And La Cruz using all his pace to get round absolutely everyone. Oh, and hit the post. So unlucky, you hate to see it. Saying that, actually, La Cruz has played pretty poorly today. I think we'll take La Cruz off for Shaban. Let's bring Thad McRae on for Jan Cavalcanti, and Tam Lumper's going to come off for Procheska. Just need to make sure they are rested up enough. I think we've got Kilmarnock actually next before we play Bayern Munich in tomorrow's episode. So obviously we'll rest a lot of players for that game to make sure they're fit and ready for the Bayern game. But we need to make sure we can see this game out as Thad McRae comes forward. Go on, lad. Find the ball into the middle. And he does. Olavio's there. Who... I don't know what's happened there. That was one of the worst things I've ever seen us do with a football. I'm not sure if Alavio meant to head it down to Shaban, and if Shaban was just surprised by it and took the shot and snapped it and, you know, sent it sailing over the bar. I don't know, but it doesn't matter because we've won 1-0 here today. And for me, that should cement us winning another league title. So that is it for today's episode. Next time out, we will be playing against Bayern Munich in the Champions League semi-final. We've got Kilmarnock to play in between episodes. We'll do Bayern and Bayern next time out. Maybe even Hibs, actually. I think we could potentially win the league against Hearts. Depends what happens, but we could win the league against Hearts, so we'll do that game as well, whichever one comes round. So it could be Bayern, Hearts, Bayern, it could be Bayern, Hibs, you never know. Or we could lose all the games and then lose the league title to Celtic, but I'd like to think we've won it by now. So thank you ever so much for watching today. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have done, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I will see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.